welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a short episode as we do have preseason of season 2 of the Minnesota Vikings franchise. Here with June Jones, we are going to just take an overlook of the preseason depth chart. We got Mariota as the starter. Kirk Cousins, you're still third string. Trey Ragas, the rookie, going to take the start over Izzy Crowell, but Izzy Crowell will be getting a heavy dose of playtime. Let's take a look at Izzy Crowell will be fullback, but not really used. Thielen, Jefferson, Sharp, the third. Cam Phillips from XFL days, if you remember him, he was on the Houston Roughnecks with June Jones. He got a quick practice squad contract, and we liked him, so we want to give him a chance in preseason. He will be playing over Melky Stovall, the 7th round wide receiver pick. We are going to be using him mainly as a kick returner and punt returner this season. Hopefully he can build up and be a 4th or 5th wide receiver in the future. Taking a look at our line, we got Jack Anderson taking his start at right guard over Drew Samia, the start from last season. Penei Sewell, the first round pick for the Minnesota Vikings, he is going to start on the right tackle position. And we have Mark Brooks as well. Daniil Hunter, Fakasiiki is going to back him up, but he's going to be, I'm going to put in Kenny Wilkes because I don't like the fact that Fakasiiki will be there. He's going to start on right end, though. DJ Wonnum will back him up. No. I think I'd like to put in some, maybe like Troy Dye, just to get him some reps. And then we got D-tackle James Lynch, backed up by Michael Pierce. Anthony Barr on the left with Eric Wilson and Eric Hendricks. He is the stud. He is the central stud of this defense. I love Eric Hendricks. We got Jonathan Abram and Troy Dye on the right outside linebackers position. Hughes, Hill, Gladney, Pierre, all our top 4. Cam Dantzler as our 5th cornerback. We got Anthony Harris, you know him, and Hitman Harrison Smith at strong safety. Josh Metellus will back him up. Rookie Dalton Witherspoon, hopefully we will have no problems with kicking this season. Ryan Stonehouse, the man with the golden locks, and like I said, Stovall is going to take punt returns and kick returns over John Ross III because I want him to focus more on being a wide receiver this season and not take some bumps and bruises on the punt return, kick return. He got rocked a couple times on those, and I don't want to see that happen. We are going to move the level back from all Madden, from playoffs to all pro. We are going to sim the whole preseason, as you know, from the first game of last season. We are just going to move through, so you're going to see what is going to go on real quick. Flying by here, 7-7. As you can see what is on the screen. I'm not going to replay that. It's just sim. But we are down 14-7. Right now, Nate Stanley is still going to be getting a lot of preseason time behind Marcus Mariota. You're going to see a lot of Josh Kelly. The backup guys are going to try to get some play. I would like to see, Melky Stovall maybe get some wide receiver time. I'm not going to have any control over that. We did take a loss, though. And let's take a look at the stats. Nate Stanley, 151 yards and a touchdown. Not too bad. Mariota, 5 for 6. I wish he had those stats with me, but maybe that's because I suck at being quarterback. I should just sim. Cam Phillips, though, 89 yards. Kyle Rudolph with a touchdown. Brian O'Neill still the turnstile on the left-hand side now. Kenny Wilkes. James Lynch with 2 tackles for loss. And Eric Hendricks with a sack. Let's move on to week 2 of the preseason. We have the Colts. And really not going to be doing anything in this preseason because it's preseason. It's not going to be too much. It's going to be a short episode. This is kind of a blow-off episode that if you do not care about preseason or anything like that, you can actually just move right along. But fun fact, Rigoberto Sanchez, the punter and kicker, I think he's does some of the kickoff returns, kickoff specialist, He is actually from Hawaii. So June Jones facing off against Rigoberto Sanchez, a former Hawaii alumni. I think it's going to be interesting in this game. You get Rigoberto Sanchez to punt and kick off to Melky Stovall. So this might be the first time in a preseason game you have a punter from Hawaii kick to a wide receiver from Hawaii. A lot of Hawaii players are finally getting into it, but the as you can see, the Colts do rock us, 31-14. Let's take a look at the stats quickly. Dak Prescott is on the Colts. Mariota 182 yards, 158 yards from Nate Stanley. 3 interceptions though. Poor running game. Not looking good there. Mariota 9 yards rushing. John Ross a third. Melky Stovall with a touchdown. That's nice. 63 yards. That's a good thing to see. Melky's could be not good. Ezra Cleveland, Penei Sewell, a lot of sacks given up in this game. Not what I would like to see in the regular season, but it is preseason, so I can't really give a crap about that. Daniil Hunter with a sack, interception by Holton Hill. Let's just move on to week 3 against the Los Angeles Chargers. We're going to go out to the sunny coast of Los Angeles and play the Chargers. Let's take a look at this game. I can't say too much about preseason. I'm really focused on the regular season. This is going to be an interesting season because Kirk Cousins' contract is up and Marcus Mariota's contracts are up. So if Marcus doesn't try to ask for a shit ton, which I hope he does not, because it would be really not beneficial to re-sign him then. Then we have Kirk Cousins, who are definitely not going to get re-signed this season. So we are going to be looking for a new quarterback in the draft. I will be talking about this a lot this season. We have Spencer Rattler in the draft, who is definitely a top pick. We are in overtime, 13-13, and we get a win. Sorry to jump in there, 16-13 win over against the Chargers in overtime, which is a nice win because of the fact that they beat us last year in the deeps of the season and really almost set us off to not making the playoffs. So nice to get them a win over them in preseason, like that matters. But if you do well in preseason, hopefully you do well in the regular season. 1 sack given up by Sewell, who so far not looking great in the sacks given up, but you know what? He is a rookie. We will give him a little bit of leeway, unlike Brian O'Neill, who should not be a turnstile by this time. He's 25 years old. He should not be. Let's move into week 4 against the Bengals, the Bungles, and Joe Burrow. They're 3-0 in preseason. That should be good, but we're going to have to cut 2 people. We're going to have to cut 2 people. We're going to put Blake Brandel and that guy, I can't say his name, Udo, on the practice squad. So let's jump on, and we're going to play the Bengals in Minnesota. All right, let's take a look. Simmon in through this game. This is the last game of this episode. Jeff Gladney with an interception. As you could see, that was great to see. We are up 3-0. And so to finish up, we have Spencer Rattler in the draft. We have Sam Howell from North Carolina. We have some big name quarterbacks in this draft. There is a possibility, which we will be following this season, that DJ Uiagalelei from Clemson might declare for the draft early and join this stacked quarterback group. He would be the guy that I'm not going to be shy about it. I want DJ Uiagalelei, mainly because he's a big kid, 6'5", 240 pounds, has the arm, can move. He's like a Cam Newton, but not. I think he's a little bit more refined, a little bit more of a better quarterback than Cam Newton is. And he is Samoan, which is cool for June Jones. It's something that I like Samoan players personally, Polynesian players, and so that's why I'm a huge fan of Hawaii, and I have been for a long time. We are beating the beating the crap out of the Bengals, and we win 26-3 in the final game of the preseason. Because preseason matters so much. I hope we can bring this type of play though into the new season. 154 yards passing by Stanley, 2 touchdowns. Touchdown by Joshua Kelly, our third string running back. Stovall with 50 yards receiving. A pancake from Penei Sewell. 2 sacks given up by Ezra Cleveland. And we are moving 2 sacks by Eric Wilson. An interception by Brian Cole and Jeff Gladney. That is going to wrap up this episode, guys. We are going to have the first week and second week of the regular season next episode. This one was a quick one. We will see you next episode, though, for the beginning of the season. Later, guys.